What's poppin', y'all? So voodoo got the answers. Ifa got the answers. Orumala got the answers. Orumala will give you the answers. So whatever problems you have in life, whatever questions you have in life, whatever trials and errors you're going through, voodoo has the answers. And what you do is mosquitoes. That's what you see me. I'm fixing up my trees right here, loading up my little bubbler. You feel me? Do the woods. You feel me? I mean, if one of my partners got a wood or something, then I'll fuck with it. But other than that, I do the bubbler because it's cooler for your throat. You feel me? When I say cooler, I mean the temperature is cooler for your throat. And you don't want, when you smoking woods and joints, papers and shit, the temperature is too hot and it's burning. It's burning, you feel me? It's too hot for the inside of your mouth. So it's too hot for your lungs. Ah, shit. And it's biting the hell out of me sometimes. Mosquitoes out here. You know, we out here in the, you know what I'm saying? It be nature out here where I'm at. I ain't in the Bay. You feel me? I'm from the Bay though, originally. You know what I'm saying? All over that thing, you feel me? Oakland to be exact, if you want to be exact, but I stayed wiggling, you feel me? But yeah, not to get off topic, yeah, voodoo is the answer. So if you got any problems, voodoo has the solution. Tarot cards will give you information and it'll tell you like what's your problem, but voodoo is the source. Voodoo will give you the answers. And when I say voodoo, I use that word loosely. Voodoo as in Vodun, V-O-D-U-N, Vodou. And you know, it's different sects, S-E-C-T-S. There's different sects of voodoo, of Vodou, or Vada, or Santeria, or Palomayambe, or Isheshe, or Odinani, or Zulu, or it's a lot of different forms of, even the Malis, where they were mostly practicing animism, which came before voodoo, and voodoo kind of took I'm not gonna say voodoo took a lot of things, but there's a lot of similarities between animism and voodoo. But yeah, if you have any problems in life, Orumala will give you the answers. But the thing is, you have to get a legitimate Babalawo, a trustworthy Babalawo that's skilled in the craft, and he knows how to do the divination. Do the divination to find out your problem and give you the answer to the problem. So if you don't want him to find out the problem, tell him the problem. That'll save a lot of time. So tell him your problem, tell the Babalawo your problem, or tell me your problem if you want me to relay it to a legitimate Babalawo. You know, I do charge a little bit for that, and the Babalawo also charge, you feel me? But this is just whenever you're ready, you know, it's no rush. But anyway, so whatever your problem is, you tell me the problem. Or if you want to go through a longer process, he can do divination and find out your problem. So once we pass the problem, then you need the answer. Tarot cards don't give you the answer. Babalawo does divination, and Orumala will give you the answer and the solution and what you need to do. This is sorcery, this is magic, this is a different level. And you use the earth and you use different materials to manipulate energy and get the answer. And you're dealing with spirits, you're dealing with souls, you're dealing with blood, you're dealing with opening portals. You have to deal with blood. I'm not gonna say you have to deal with blood, but if you want to open up portals, that's one way to open up a portal. Woo. Scared the hell out of me. That's hella loud. I be feeding him all the time. him or her. I be feeding him all the time. He, she, I'm not sure what the gender is, but always come visit me. I'll be feeding him and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, yeah, that's how you open up the portal. You feel me? He against it. He like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, you gotta cut the jugular vein. You gotta cut the jugular vein, open up that artery, and that's gonna open up that portal to the other side of that dimension, and that's gonna give you access, and that's gonna give the Babalawo access to be able to get information from that other side. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, can't show this on camera, I don't think. I say, Eshu, I say, pour some out, you feel me? Ogun, I say. I said, I say. Yamaya, I say. Yamosha, I say. Different ways you could pronounce it. Oshun, I say. Pouring out some. Yeah, and you're gonna get the answer to your solution. And the answer may require you to do some things that you're not familiar with, that you don't agree with, or that you don't believe in. But if you want to get to the next level, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. You feel me? To get to that next level. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. What else? And yeah, it's hard. It's hard to be, you know, like I'm a child of Ogun. It's hard to be a child of Ogun. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the lifestyle of Ogun, you know, his later years, you know, he lived by himself. He didn't live with nobody. He wanted to be by himself. And when you not by yourself and you forced to live with somebody, or you not even forced, or if you do live with somebody, or if you know what I'm saying, if you're a child of Ogun, you gonna be the happiest when you by yourself, when you living by yourself. That's what Ogun did. He lived by himself in the woods, and that's when you're gonna be the happiest. And that's hard for a lot of people to accept. And I'm not saying every single person is the same, but that's why it's like, man, it's so relatable. You feel me? That's when, you know, a child of Ogun is the happiest, when he by himself, when he living by himself. I don't live by myself. You feel me? But you know, so it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of challenges. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is what it is. You feel me? But you gotta go through that. You feel me? It's a part of life. But yeah, get your divination done. Find out what's the majority of your DNA. You know what I'm saying? That way you can know what religion to practice, what spirituality to practice. You know what I'm saying? I'm mostly Igbo. I got a little bit of Yoruba. So I practice Odinani and I practice Isheshe. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning about a lot about both, you feel me? But there is no one that I practice. I practice both of them because I got blood of both of them. And you feel me? I don't discriminate. Some people say you shouldn't practice both. Some people say you should only practice one. You know, to each his own. You feel me? I'm cut. You feel me? I'm so-called African American, so I got blood of Yoruba DNA and I got blood of Igbo DNA. I look mostly Igbo. You know what I'm saying? So most people think I'm full Igbo if they do see me or something. You feel me? So yeah, I can't turn my back on my ancestors. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Isheshe is very accurate. My reading was very accurate. My divination that I had done was very accurate. It was successful. It was very relatable. It wasn't no scam. It wasn't no gimmick. It was legit for sure. You feel me? Like, yeah, it's definitely worth the money. You feel me? For sure, for sure. Mine was kind of expensive because I have to have an interpreter. You feel me? Because I'm not fluent in Yoruba. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff I didn't know. So yeah, but if you don't got to get an interpreter, my Babalawo had to go through different stuff. My interpreter had to do a lot of traveling to get to the Babalawo because my Babalawo live in the woods in Nigeria, you feel me? So my situation was more complex and complicated than a lot of people's, but I still got this stuff done. Everything was a success, you feel me? So yeah, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, get your divination done so you can solve your problems, you feel me? For sure, for sure. Let's light up real quick. Don't let nobody scare you with their scare tactics. They're trying to scare you into their religion, to believe what they believe. Christians will give you these stories. Muslims will give you these stories to try to scare you. And all type of shit. So you got to be strong in your faith. Your knowledge got to be strong. Knowledge is power. If your knowledge ain't strong enough, then these people can scare you and trick you into believing what they believe and practicing what they practice. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers go, oh yeah, I had a brain tumor and I prayed to Jesus and then the brain tumor was gone and I had to give my life to him, and if you do it, and all this old shit. Don't let that fall for you. Don't fall for that. You know what I'm saying? That only gonna work on the people that's weak. You gotta be strong. That's why your knowledge gotta be strong. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge is power. Your information gotta be strong. That way they can't scare you with them lies. You feel me? That shit don't work with me. I got too much knowledge. It ain't nothing you can tell me to convince me that Christianity or Islam or Judaism is real. No, it's not. And it's not for me. Plain and simple, plain and clear. I'm saying that's the God of Israel. I'm not Israeli. I'm not from there. That's Palestine. I'm not Palestinian. I'm African. West African to be exact. I'm Nigerian to be exact. I'm Nigerian. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Niger. My ancestors from Niger. You feel me? So yeah, that ain't gonna work on me. But yeah, get your divination done to find out your DNA, to find out your Orisha. Once you find out your Orisha, you're gonna find out about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get it done for sure. Trust and believe that. Your life will do a 360. Your shit'll turn all the way around. You feel me? Nice cold one. Feel me? But yeah, we're gonna wrap this one up. I ain't gonna talk y'all ear off. We'll get on this. We'll get on another subject and keep it lit. You feel me?